Good morning, deep divers, deep divas, or if you're from Boston area, deep divers. Dana Butterfly McCoy here. Lots been going on. I think this morning my video is going to be more along the lines of an actual true crime video, and I'm just going to share some thoughts because things have been happening in this particular case with a young woman, Kiely Rodney. Many of the people I know may not be following the case, so I'm just going to give a quick review. Basically, Kiely Rodney is a girl from Truckee, California. She's missing, supposedly passed, and but she went missing on, or the last time. It's hard. It's hard to even say what day she actually went missing. There was a picture that was supposedly her last seen on the 5th of August before going to a supposed party for the seniors graduating in Truckee. And Kiely, though only 16, graduated early with honors. So she was technically, welcomed at the supposed party that there's no real evidence of. So the word supposedly is about to come out of my mouth a lot of times. There was supposedly a lot of video footage and photos at this party that supposedly had over 200 people. The high number quoted is 400 people in attendance on the night of August 5th. There was a flyer for the party that said something to the effect of "Come to the sanctuary," which is the outdoor place where the party happened, right by the Prosser Creek Reservoir. But the date wasn't on it. It just said "Come tomorrow," or TMR. We assume means tomorrow. So a lot of holes in this story. And then there was a huge search. 18 or so agencies in the area and a lot of volunteers searching for Kiely, divers, drones, everything. Nobody can find her. And then Adventures with Purpose came in and found her very quickly. I think the date that happened was the 21st of August, but I should check that. Um, and there were sightings and 911 calls of potential sightings between when she went missing and then. And when AWP came to the area to look for Kiely, and they never usually, I think they had never searched for someone who's an open case. They had solved a lot of cold cases. And this was the first and I think now only time, maybe, or maybe with, I think they help with Jalissa? These are the things I should have checked before coming on. um, Eventually, I'll be able to do a live, and people will be able to correct me and help me in the chat section. I hope. But yeah, that's what's so fun about lives. But you have to get up to 100 subscribers for that. That's the main reason I'm going for more subscribers. Otherwise, I'm not sure I care at all. But um, please like and subscribe so that we can have a conversation. Um, anyway, there was a fellow named Nick. He's known affectionately as Nick Roadside or Nick Tow Truck Driver, Nick Roadside Assistance. And he approached AWP when they entered town to tell them that he'd had an odd experience that he was concerned about with someone he saw that he realized a week after the fact saw a missing poster with Kiely Rodney on it that he felt like maybe that had been her. He was called in on Saturday, it seems, the day after Kiely went missing, the day after that party. He at first wasn't sure if it had been Friday or Saturday, and he saw her in the region of Boca, which isn't the same thing as Prosser Creek, but it's not far away. He then was able to zero in the date because his girlfriend that he called, the whole thing was so odd to him that he called his girlfriend, and she then remembered, no, it was Saturday because that was my dad's birthday. So that all seemed, everybody seems to think that's pretty credible. That is seems to be the only thing that's even kind of credible in all of this. everything the officials are saying makes no sense. Um, an autopsy was released in the middle of October when we were told we'd get more information on November 1st. So that came out 2 weeks early for reasons unbeknownst, and nobody thinks that that autopsy makes a lot of sense. The three things I understand are done to identify a body positively were not done, as I've mentioned in previous videos. Um, DNA, dental, uh, dental identification, and fingerprints. None of those were done. One one version of the story is she was unrecognizable. Another is that she was ID'd right away by a police officer. Um, so, and in the autopsy, her height was wrong, her weight was wrong, her tattoo was in the wrong place, the jewelry was wrong. Um, there are just so many question marks around this. Okay, so the recent thing that happened and made me want to come on today. Nick Roadside, for some reason, and this is my main question, came out yesterday and spoke with a wonderful creator named Squirrel Girl. And she's, I think, incredibly credible. I think that he, her channel's not monetized. She's not got any horse in the race that I can tell. Um, and I think she's very fact based, very level headed, and kind in all of her communications. She doesn't, I think she only puts out there very clear cut factual information, or is clear that it isn't um, uh, proven. She never says something is proven when it isn't. So she's a good resource, and Nick Roadside chose to talk with her. And we didn't get to hear the conversation. We heard her notes on the conversation. A couple of things, and I hope some creators will see this of mine. Oh my goodness, I went. This is part of what motivated me to have to talk today. I went last night to watch the Obsessions live. She invited me. I was so thrilled. I had just watched Squirrel Girl's video about this call and made copious notes. So I was all excited to go talk with Watts and her community about this and hear what they thought. I'm I'm very new still, so I was just excited to see if my thoughts held water. Oh my gosh. So I went early to the live. I've never been early to anything in my life, but I went early to this. And it was 9:30. The thing was to start at 10. And I'm chatting away. I'm having a lot of fun chatting with the other creators that I've seen their aura. And Sis Vicious was there, Logic and CNY were there. And so that's Southern Logic and the CNY Family. They are other content creators that you can watch that I enjoy watching. And I'm having a giggle with them and putting some of my questions out because I couldn't even wait till 10 o'clock. Then 10 o'clock came and nothing was changing and more people were coming in. But I'm thinking, why isn't the live starting? Oh no, I was so tired too. So tired. I'm getting over a flu or something. And but the live didn't start. And then I thought, gosh, maybe Watts is in a different time zone. She must be. I love Kevin Neese, and he's 2 hours earlier than me. And, so I just thought, okay, I guess I got to wait another hour. I waited and I'm chatting away. I'm chatting away, singing songs, country roads and stuff. There was a girl from Virginia, and my dad's from there. And we were typing the lyrics of country roads, and I was saying how I'm going to get off Netflix, and because I'm so much on YouTube now with all this wonderful activity that is probably more useful than the inactivity. I love TV, don't get me wrong. um, I love TV these days, especially because you can watch 10 hours of a season of a character, and that's a lot of character development that gets to happen. But right now I am so glued to getting to watch real life cases unfold and maybe even get to be helpful in them. Um, that just has my attention wrapped. So, so there I am chatting away, like I said, lyrics of John Denver songs and giggling and mentioning how I'm going off all my other subscriptions for TV channels because I'm just going to be doing this now and making my own content, but and watching everyone else's and taking part in this community and this process, trying to help people who are missing or possibly have been trafficked or, God forbid, murdered or you know okay, what is going on? Now it's after 11 and no Watts and nobody's saying anything about her being late or anything. Finally, I'm like, what's going on? So I checked it. I went back to the beginning of the stream, which had been going over an hour now. And when I refreshed, poof, there was Watts with CNY and Southern Logic on her panel. I I don't know why I couldn't see them. And I feel so bad that instead of being a support in the chat, connecting about what Watts was saying, I was just blah, blah, blah. I was not an addition, not nearly the addition I wanted to be. That said, an apology hopefully will be accepted. I've written to her about it. Um, she's got a lot of subscribers, and I don't expect that I single handedly affected things that much, but I just had such a different hope in my heart for how I hope to take part and be an addition, a positive addition. Um, so let me here ask the questions I didn't get to ask last night. The main one, so the main one is everybody seems to find, and I do too, Nick Roadside extremely credible. But it's quite a while later. He would have spoken to AWP around the 21st of August. That might even be the right date. And now here it is. It's November 9th. What did he wait for? Why did he wait all that time? Apparently, well, we learned last night that he worked for AAA. There are cameras on his truck, both the front and back of his truck, and all AAA trucks. So there was video footage and audio footage of the encounter he had with whom he now states was Kiely. He is sure the girl that he encountered was Kiely. The boy that was with her, so I don't know if I talked about that, but basically Nick approached AWP to say that he encountered somebody for a roadside assistance call on that Saturday morning, and the the car just was stuck in between gears. In the original AWP footage back in August, I think what was thought was that the car was in neutral, but Nick clarified no, the shift was stuck between neutral and drive, I think, and it was stuck between. And also that Kiely, who he says he sure was Kiely, not somebody posing as her, because a lot of these girls look very alike. Um, beautiful young blonde girls. Um, but this girl was asking really strange questions. This came out in August, but I think it came up again. Apparently, she was saying, how can I properly attach the seatbelt to my belt? To me, I've intuitively always thought that she was trying to signal to him. She might have even been trying to get into a position where she could make a hand signal because there was a man with her, a boy, he says was wearing a ball cap and had, and this is key, I think, a little bit of brown hair sticking out. Everyone thinks that, well, for a long time, there was a lot of speculation that, and it could have been, but Kiely's ex-boyfriend Jagger, who's been very vocal and all over social media about all this, um, saying, no, it wasn't me. The people thought it was him, but I never did because it stuck in my mind. And I don't hear anyone else talking about this. Maybe I'm just missing them, but Nick said he had on this flat top SF black ball cap with brown hair sticking out the sides a little bit. Well, Jagger has really pretty long hair. I mean, his hair is like down to here, and a little bit is a little bit. And there are pictures of other boys from that party that his hair only stuck out a little bit. Kiely was apparently dating a fellow named Nate Hambrecht, who's from an extremely powerful family. That's conjecture. I don't know for sure about that. I just know that there seems to be some kind of powerful, Mark Zuckerberg is rumored to have been helped with the search, to have helped with the search. Um, this is an area that has a lot of money. Kiely herself comes from a family which has, I don't know if they have a lot of money. I don't think they do, but the grandfather used to own the water company, and there could have been some brouhahas there with the town or people who wanted to control the water. Water is life. So I think a lot of people assumed for a long time Kiely had been killed. There was then this fire cam footage that came out in October, just before the autopsy. Fire cam footage from the night Kiely went missing, and it showed a car supposedly going into the water right where Kiely's phone last pinged. And I'm not even sure again what ping means, if that means that the phone died at that moment. But I think we would need to see if that fire cam footage is legitimate, then I want to know, can we see the party? Can we see the fire cam footage showing all those 200 to 400 children at a party that night in that area? Because that would be a lot of traffic. Can we see the recovery? Can we see the search? Um, can we see other days to see if other cars look as though they're going in the water? I mean, it was just suspicious, the timing. Why did that take so long to come out? Okay, so I'm left to wonder, is Kiely Rodni still living? If so, where is she and does she need help? And if so, who is the girl who was found in the car? My instincts are telling me something is way, way off here. Um, and there are questions about trafficking, the cartel, all kinds of things. Another thing suspicious, and I'm gonna just leave it for now. Go back, watch this, and come up with my own questions about my questions, probably. I mean, that's just, oh gosh. Um, the autopsy didn't seem to check for fentanyl, and the schools in that area educated the kids about fentanyl. It was such a bad problem that they had the schools talk with the kids about it. And at that party, apparently, was another Nate, whose last name I don't know, who was arrested for giving or selling fentanyl to a girl who he apparently had some kind of sexual contact with, and that girl OD'd and died. So the original narrative by the people in the town was, oh, Kiely would never, she's so smart, she would never drink and drive. She knew better than that. And then when the car was found by AWP, suddenly everyone wanted to talk about how wasted she was. What party? Where are the pictures? Where are the videos? Then there's this video footage of fire cams of this one particular little moment when a car went supposedly into the water, supposedly at a certain time, if it wasn't tampered with, and only that footage, no other footage of the the huge party that would have had to have, I don't know, on the low end, 50 cars. Where are they? Where's all that footage? Okay, that's the rabbit hole for now. I'm not going to attach any music today, but we'll come back to music soon. Believe me, I have a lot of ideas for content coming up and people I plan to be interviewing, and developments for the concert for Kiely I'm doing with Kevin Neese. Right. And if there are people that would like to take part in a concert in June for Kiely, connect with me or Kevin Neese, and we'd love to include you. We're excited about it, and we want to meet the community in person. All right. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Lots of love. Mwah.